Good morning and welcome to our episode on learning about Ashiana Garden Suite. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I am a host of Realty Coffee Talk and also founder and president of Tixon Construction Inc., a SCRA licensed builder and vendor. Today's webinar, my goal is to educate you about the options available for garden suites. So without wasting any time, I'm going to start my presentation and explain you why you need a garden suite and what the options are available. We have a Sahara Garden Suite, which are prefabricated in the factory, and they're installed by us, providing Tarion warranty. Ashiana Garden Suites are custom built according to exterior architecture of your property. And we're going to go through the process and explain you why. So stay with me. I'm going to turn on and share my screen. Or from here. So as I mentioned before, this was advertised everywhere. Everybody's come today to learn about Garden Suite, and meeting IDs and passcode was provided. Go through this one by one slide. So Ashiana Garden Suite, the goal of the Ashiana Garden Suite is to blend in architecture, exterior finish of an existing home. These are conceptual drawings, and we have multiple options available. So Sahara Garden Suite we have is for prefab homes versus Ashiana Garden Suites are built on site. So before we begin that, we will tell you a little bit about Tixon Construction Inc. Tixon Construction is an SCRA licensed builder and vendor who design and build custom homes in the province of Ontario and will provide 7-year warranty. The Ontario Builder Licensing Act and registration requires that a new home builder in Ontario must be licensed by a Housing Construction Regulatory Authority. All new homes built in Ontario must be enrolled with Tarion under the Ontario New Home Warranties Plan Act, ONHWPA. And this is very important for you to know that there are a lot of people who are building homes without SCRA registration. They are violating the law. So it's very, very important to deal with someone who has a license. And this is the license from SCRA. It says Tixon Construction Inc. And we have license number B63247 and license type vendor and builder, and expires on June 8, 25. So every year, this license is renewed. And every year, the SCRA will review all the documents before they allow it to renew it. So when you are dealing with anyone regarding construction of your home, custom home or garden suite, you ask for this, or you can go to SCRA website and look for this. So what is garden suite? Why we need that? This is the question. So supporting generational living and rental income. So when supporting generational living and generating rental income through a garden suite or tiny home is a fantastic idea. It's a sustainable, cost-effective way to provide housing for family members while creating an additional revenue stream. So hey, I'm going to share with you step-by-step guide to help you plan and execute this project. And we are there to provide you everything, but I'm giving you idea what can be done. Now, first is understanding local regulations. So when you come to us, we look at the the zoning. So check with your local municipality to ensure that garden suite or tiny homes are permitted on your property, because there are requirements. Some areas have specific rules about size, placement, and usage. This is why when we talk about garden suite or even custom building homes, we ask you to give us a site survey and address of your property. We do the due diligence to check it out. What are the zoning requirements for your site before we can begin conversation about developing a strategy for your home? So once it's determined the size of the unit that will fit there, you have a choice. Are you looking for a prefab or Ashiana Garden Suites, which is custom built? This case, we're talking about custom built homes. That means Tixer Construction will build the property on your home. It will be a construction contract, not a agreement of purchase sale, because we are not selling you the land. We are building a home for you. So once this everything is finalized, then we have to determine also what permits are required for construction, plumbing, electrical work, or occupancy permit. Because when you cannot commence work unless you have a engineering drawing, site plan, or the site plan approval, and apply for the building permit. So those are we call them pre-construction phases. We go through that. Then also, since you are planning renting it, for example, so you need to look at the rental regulations, search local laws regarding renting out secondary suites, including tenant rights, safety standard, and tax implication. In Ontario, we have a tribunal that deal with the rental. So you need to understand that process, that what you are going to do in order for you to think about that. So this is a preliminary things that you have to do working with us in terms of building a garden suite. The second most important thing is access your property. How evaluate your property to determine the best location for the garden suite or tiny home. Consider factors like privacy, sunlight, and access to utilities. These are very important factors by choosing a site on your property. And this is what we do. We have engineering staff. They will go out and do the assessment when you engage with us. And because we do in two stages, one is from concept to drawings to securing building permit, all process we call the pre-delivery concept, everything, engineering services type of contract. And then we have a construction contract. So pre-engineering, it includes all the design, concept, securing building permit, everything for you. Now, of course, when you are building a garden suite, you want to make sure there is a utility connection to ensure that you have access to the water, electricity, sewage system. If it's off-grid, explore options like solar panel, compositing, toilet, and rainwater collection. It depends on the location. You're looking in a city or you're in an outskirt. So this all depends whether you are building in a backyard or you are in a cottage industry, because you have to explore septic tanks or maybe water well or many other options. Those are always extra, and those are part of the assessment that we do in order for us to give a proposal. Landscaping. Plan for minimal disruption to existing garden or outdoor space. This is very, very important, because when you are installing a unit, you want to make sure the landscape existing garden is not disruptive. And so we keep in mind location when we're selecting a location to make sure it has a minimum impact on your property, plus it's accessible. It depends if you are moving your senior parents in the backyard, so you have to look at the other options as well. So now design the garden suite or tiny suite, okay, or tiny homes. So size and layout, These are determined. Garden suites are typically 500 to 1,000 square feet, while tiny homes are often under 400 square feet, designed a functional layout that maximize space. So it depends on it. We have a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. We have standardized 560 square feet and 760 square feet. And then we are customize it according to the design. We have many options in our Sahara Garden Suite, which is a prefab in the factory. So this is very important for you to 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 determine which one is suitable, and that is based on your zoning and lot size, because you need to look at the lot setback, and these are things are done in a pre-engineering stage where we are engaged with you for designing and modifying our design that we already have. Accessibility, if the suite is for aging parents, for example, your parents wants to stay in the same property they've been living for a long time, and you want to, they want to move into the backyard and to that garden suite so they can rent to the main building. Accessibility feature like wide doorways, no step entries, and grab bars. So older people, they have challenges. So you need to have a ramp to go to the unit. So these are the things that you customize it according to your need. Accessibility for the older parents is very important for to consider. Sustainability. Use eco-friendly materials and energy efficient system to reduce environmental impact and utility cost. So it depends on the location. This is why it's very difficult to give a price. A general price factor you can give, but you need to depend on whether you need a solar panel, you need electric connection, sewer system versus septic tank, the water supply versus valve. It all depends on each one and needs to be assessed before a proposal is given. Aesthetics, ensure the design complements your main home and neighborhood. This is very important. This is why we come with Ashiana Garden Suite, because we want to make sure the architecture, if you have a stucco or stone or brick or siding combination, we are able to blend that in our program, and this is why this is very important for Ashiana Suite are the right way to go. Now, budget and financing, when you are doing construction costs, we always say you can check out the construction cost, get quotation from contractor to explore prefabricated options for tiny homes or garden suite. This is what we have. Dixon has two models. One is called Ashiana Garden Suite, which is a custom build. Then we have also Sahara Garden Suite, which is a prefabricated. So it depending on the need, location, and zoning confirmation from the city, we can recommend which garden suite will be suitable for you. And we have multiple options available to us, and we can talk about those individually when you have a requirement. Financing option. We also look into loans, grants, or incentive for secondary suite or eco-friendly housing. There are federal program was announced, but we have not seen any available because, as you know, I'm the principal broker and president of Canada Express Mortgage. We also arrange construction loans. So we are able to provide turnkey solution because as a principal broker, we have a team of experts in mortgage financing, and we can help you to secure financing. If a CMHC come up with this 80,000, which was announced by the federal government for 2% for 15 years, then we're still waiting for directions and guidance. And some cities may be offering some support on a local basis. So once you send us a query about building a garden suite, we will look into that for you. Return on investment. This is also very important. The calculate potential rental income to determine how long it will take to recoup your investment. So it all depends on how much money you put down. We have some banks that give you, if you put 25% down payment, they will give you 71% loan against for the building your garden suite. So this is available through Canada Express Mortgage Inc., license number 13241. And I have another team that will deal with that. We will direct them to deal with that. So this is very important for you, that you have a budget, you have option of financing, and you understand the return on investment. We go one by one with every person who comes to us for building garden suites. So we'll look at their need, we look at their budget, they look at their lot size, check with the city, and it depends on which way it will go. But when you're dealing with Tarion Construction Inc., we are licensed builders, so anything that we go through us, we have to enroll them under Tarion warranty program to provide a 7-year warranty. Now, construction and installation. So hire a professional. This is work with the architect, contractors, and engineer to ensure the project meets building codes and safety standards. This is very, very important for you to know. We are HCRA licensed builder. We do A to Z turnkey solution for our clients. So we follow the Ontario building codes, safety standards, and all by zoning bylaws, local bylaws, to make sure it is in compliance to all the standard building codes and safety requirement. Hire a licensed builder. This is what we've been educating. Hire a licensed builder to design and build your garden suite and secure 7-year warranty. If you don't hire a licensed builder, where are you going to go for warranty? And you're going to have a runaround. So it's very, very important for you to deal with a licensed builder, and Tarion Construction is a licensed builder. The difference between the builder and vendor is they are providing, they are able to sell the homes when they are licensed with HCRA, and they can use as a builder to build a home for them. So we are vendor and builder, but we're right now doing custom construction contracts, and that's why we're using building permit for construction of suite, because the land is owned by the landowner. We are not providing land. Now, timeline plan for delays due to weather, permit approvals, supply chain issues. When you are setting up a date as a Tarion warranty builder, we will have all the clauses regarding warranty, and also the process. So what we have done is we have divided into 2 stages. One is called engineering services, all the work that is done from concept to submitting application to city, getting the approval. So it's called engineering service contract. Second one, when we got the building permit, we enroll into the Tarion program, and then we will proceed with the construction after enrollment. So furnishing and utilities is furnishing. Equip the space with essential furniture and appliances to make it move-in ready. So when you are renting it, you want to make sure that the unit comes with everything. So we got all the appliances, but furniture is not included in our system. So you have the dimensions, we have the drawing, we're going to go through that later on, and you can order those materials and they're ready. And utility setup. So utilities are, if you're doing Ashiana Garden Suites, they are connected with your existing system. And obviously, in this we'll have split units there, because they're totally independent units, and water connections or heating, cooling, and other utilities. Smart home technology for efficiency. So we look at more efficient way of doing it. So we provide all the guidance in this case, because we have to connect all the utilities to the existing homes. Safety, install smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and fire extinguisher. These are prerequisite, and they are coming with our unit when we will provide you a garden suite. Now, furnishing, this is same. So renting out the space, you know why you are building this? Because you want to rent out the space. So target tenants. Who are your target tenants? Decide whether to rent to a family member, long-term tenants, or short-term rentals. That is Airbnb. Who is your target? And you also have to draft a clear lease agreement outlining rent rules and responsibility to make sure you can use Ontario residential rental agreement, which is the best way of renting it. I recommend that. Being a real estate broker of Rakwa City Pro Realty Brokerage, I can guide you on that because we have a team of real estate professionals who can guide you. So Ontario government has its own residential rental agreement, and best thing is to use that one. Managing the property. So maintenance. Regularly inspect and maintain the suite to ensure it remains in good condition. So your unit will come with a 7-year warranty, and those are details are provided when we give you taking warranty package. And after the unit warranty expires, or many things, regular maintenance not covered under taking warranty. So first year, everything is covered. Second year, if there is system breakdown. Remember that these tiny homes or garden suite does not have a basement. So if you are using a prefab, it's going to be helical metal piles, or we have a concrete foundation and footing. Depends on the model you choose, depending on size, depending on the accessibility, because this case we will be, for Ashiana Garden Suite, we will be having a footing and foundation. There will be no basement in these units. It's possible to do that, depends on the zoning bylaw, but those will be extra cost if somebody needs to build one. But most likely it may not be. And communication. You need to have a very clear communication channel with the tenants to address concern properly. If you have a tenant living there, you should have issues. If there's some issues with the unit or use of equipment, and you must have a communication with them. Income management. Now, since you are generating income, keep track of rental income and expenses for tax purposes, because you are generating income now. So there is a tax implication to make sure that you are showing expenses and income, and you have for tax purposes. Your accountant will tell you what to do next. Tax and legal consideration. This is very important. Rental income tax. Report rental income on your tax return and claim eligible expenses, that is maintenance, utilities, mortgage, interest. This is very, very important for you to know that. People think about, oh, I can do this. No cash deal. It has to be in writing. It has to be a written agreement, because tenant will have to claim expenses they are paying rent for while living with you. So this is very, very important for you to understand. Also, insurance. Update your homeowner's insurance to cover the garden suite or tiny home and liability for tenants. This is your responsibility as owner, and also you want to protect your investment. Similarly, when you have a basement rented, and we have recently done in Hamilton, they need to include that insurance, that this is a legal basement, or in this case, garden suite. So you include that because you're tenanting it. You want to protect your investment. Estate planning. If the suite is for a family, consider how it will be handled in your estate planning. So at the end, benefit of garden suite. Let's go back again and talk about that. Generational support. This is a very key point. Provide affordability housing for aging parents, adult children, or other family members. Let's assume aging parents. You're living in a home that is about 3,000 square feet, and your children are adult now, and you have some family member visiting you. So you have a choice. For aging parents, if the children, adults want to live in the house, parents want their privacy, they can build a garden suite in backyard. Either they can rent the main home and generate income to supplement expenses, or they can move their adult children to the garden suites instead of leaving them in the main house or other family members for privacy, for income. So rental income, it generates passive income to offset mortgage payment or retirement saving. Similarly, because when you're renting it, it generates income. Now you have a choice. You can move into the garden suite and rent your home. Let's assume you have a 3,000 square feet home, and which can go for almost over $5,000 per month in Mississauga. And the garden suite, if you have saving already, for example, let's assume it's about $1,000 to $1,500 monthly payment, and you rent your house for $5,000, you will have a positive cash flow of $3,500 if it's $1,500 in the backyard. And maybe, depending on the value, location, you are able to return on investment. You can recover all expenses in 7 to 10 years. Depends on the option you have chosen. And this is why it's very, very important to have this, because older parents, if you live all your life in your home and you don't want to leave, you can move into your backyard and you can rent your main building, or vice versa. Your children can move in, they get married, they can move in, they have privacy. You have grandchildren, they're living in the same property, and you can celebrate and enjoy them. And also, sustainability, reduce the environmental footprint by utilizing existing property space. So instead of cutting trees, expanding more construction outside, you are able to utilize your backyard for this and generate income. Increase property value. When you adds value to your home by increasing its functionality and appeal. Let's assume you want to sell your property, and you have 2 permits, one for the main, one for the second dwelling, which is garden suite. You have a building permit, and you are selling it, and the person who wants to buy is looking for added income to your affordability. And this is why it's very important to have this garden suite, because it will help to generate income to supplement. How many jobs can you do? And this is why it's very important to have this additional income through garden suite. So general remarks about this. By careful planning and executing this project, you can create a space that supports your family and generates income for years to come. Let me know if you would like to help with specific aspect like design ideas or budgeting. Call my number 905-569-9939. We're more than happy to contact with you and help you. Or you can send an email to tci@tixon.ca and I can guide you. Let's talk about, again, I am the founder of Tixon Construction, Inc. Our number is 905-569-9939. Email is tci@tixon.ca, or website is www.tixon.ca. Thank you. Now, we have Ashiana Garden Suite. We have 2 models. I'm going to go through each one. Stucco and stone combination, and brick and stone combination, siding and stone combination, or complete stucco, or complete brick, or complete siding. Price will vary, depends on the location, because there are variable things that we have to look at them in order for you to make sure that it meets. The good thing about it, we can match your existing architect design, and we're able to do that. So I give you an example of our one-bedroom unit is of 560 square feet. It has a one-bedroom, it has one bathroom, it has a laundry, living, dining combined, kitchen, and closet. Beautiful design. And lot size is 25 feet, 4 inches, 19 feet by 9 inches deep. So these are conceptual drawings, and elevations can be modified any way possible. And you can see their drawing there. If you are interested, you can send us an email. I'd be more than happy to send you the information. Send it to me, tci@dixon.ca. And this is our one model. Second model is 2-bedroom. It has a 1 bath, 1 laundry, and living, dining, kitchen, and 2 closets. Ideal for a young family, and is 30 feet 1 inches wide, horizontal, and 20 feet by 4 inches in the depth. These are conceptual design, but we can modify it in any size. We have our own in-house team. When we give you the price, it covers everything. So we customize it according to your need. And again, it all depends on the location of your property in the city zoning by requirement. The key issue you have to remember is that what zoning law allows it to build. If it's going to be horizontal or is going to be on the depth, because we have to switch around the house. Is it facing the existing home? One thing you have to remember, that you cannot build a garden suite bigger than the existing home. In normal cases, 40 to 45% of gross area you are allowed to build, including your existing home. So that will determine which size of the unit can be used. Could be 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom, depending on the situation of your property. We have to look at whether Ashiana Garden Suite will be suitable or Sahara Garden Suite will be suitable. We have 6 models in prefab models, because we work with our partner to build those at the plant. So there are many options available. You can give us a call and we can help you guide. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was education for you. It has been recorded. It will be shared on the YouTube channel. Go to realtycoffeetalk.com, or you can go to YouTube @Realty Coffee Talk and watch this again. If you have any question, please feel free to contact me. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a founder and president of Dixon Construction Inc., SCRA licensed builder and vendor. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now.